I swear, it's the worst feeling in the world. You've got a new episode out, you put it up, you open up that retention graph to see what's going on, and boom. It's so disheartening to watch how that 30-second retention graph drops off. I hate it. I hate it. When I started, it was such a gut punch. And I really took it personally when I first started on YouTube. But I was shocked over time to find out how common a drop off during the first 30 seconds is on YouTube. Even for good videos, even for big channels. And I was glad to learn that it doesn't spell disaster for your YouTube channel. It took some digging, but I actually found some hard data on this. And at the end of the video, I will share what I found as far as what's considered normal and what's considered good for 30-second retention. But before that, I'd like to share 9 strategies that will drastically improve your retention statistics. Let's dive in. Okay, so the first strategy you can use as a hook is to start with action or a flash forward. So what you do when you do this is you kick off your video with an intriguing or tense moment from later on in the episode. This coming next soundbite grabs attention right away, making viewers curious about what's to come. After 4 to 10 seconds of this action, transition into your actual intro. This strategy works well because it creates anticipation, keeping viewers hooked early on. The second good hook is to make a bold promise about the video's value. Early in the video, deliver a strong value proposition that mirrors your title. Clearly signpost what the video will cover, and hint at some kind of compelling information or topic you'll dive into later. You'll notice I did this at the beginning of this video. This strategy helps reassure viewers that sticking around to the end will be worth their time. The third strategy is to explain why you made the video. So this one works a lot because you build credibility and social proof by referencing a viewer comment or a question as an overlay or a graphic. What this does is it quickly shows people who are new to the channel that you have an engaged audience, and it suggests that your content is valued by other people. This also makes the video feel personal and responsive, and it lets the viewer know that if they have a compelling question and want to engage, that it's possible for them to get a similar response back in the future. The next thing you can do is to ask an intriguing question. So instead of opening with a statement, open with a question, especially one that piques curiosity or promises an interesting answer. When viewers feel like they need to know the answer to a question, they're much more likely to watch longer. Something else you can do is to make an unexpected or contradictory statement. Make it sound wrong. Grab your attention by shocking them with a bold statement or comment right off the bat. Now, for this to work, it should contradict common knowledge or have some kind of hidden shocking twist. Then resolve the statement throughout the video, keeping viewers engaged as they wait for that explanation. Now, you should make this fair because nobody likes being clickbaited. You want to deliver on that promise, deliver value, deliver something that's unexpected and good, not unexpected and bad or disappointing. That's what bad clickbait is. Now, the next thing you can do is to introduce yourself with style. I use this one a lot. So one way you can do this, and I'm guilty of this, is you can use a visually striking graphics template or like an animation to establish yourself and your brand and everything. I have this motion graphic I use a lot that says Paige Turner, professional weirdo, that I like. And first of all, I just like using it. I think it's funny. It's kind of an in-joke with my friends and I've been enjoying it, sharing with you because you guys are like a community of friends at this point. But what that does, even with a simple motion graphic, is that it tells the viewer that there's been some editing involved, there's been some production. And here's the thing, there are plenty of good videos that have little or no editing. There's some great channels that do single takes. BigClive.com and Lockpicking Lawyer spring right to mind. You guys are awesome. But if you can show within fractions of a second that your video is edited, it is kind of a quality signifier. It kind of shows that the host has put some thought and care and time into working on the video, and it can quickly hook the viewer and hint that the host has spent their time so that the viewer's time will be spent wisely. It's a good hook. It can be tricky learning how to use video editing software, and it can be time-consuming to figure out how you want to be branded and what graphics to use if you have an animated intro or just even a Chiron like I have. But once you do it, it's done. And you can get mileage out of it over many videos, which is nice. All right, so the next thing you can do as a hook is to tell a story. So start your episode by sharing a short personal anecdote or a story related to the video's topic. Human beings are hardwired for storytelling, And if you can pull in viewers with an emotionally compelling narrative, they'll be much more likely to stick around for the rest of your video. It's just that simple. Plus, working on storytelling is good for your channel in general. So always good to work those chops. Now, the next one I do quite often, and I stand by it, and that is to mix in humor early on. That can be through just plain old jokes or with B-roll. I like B-roll a lot. I actually did an entire episode on ways to get free, compelling B-roll for your channel. If you're interested, I can link that below. You can watch that after this one. It's one of my most frequently asked questions. But basically, integrating funny B-roll and visual gags into your videos is really good for retention. Humor makes your content more relatable and engaging, and it gives viewers more reasons to keep watching along with the rest of it, the entertainment value, the educational value. Over time, during each individual video and over the lifespan of your video, you can relax the pacing of your cut because your viewers will learn to trust that you can deliver value. But honestly, it's always a good time, and if I think of a really funny joke, I'm just gonna do it. Like, whatever, I'm doing it. Can't stop me. Can't stop me. Actually, you can. Don't stop me. I don't want to stop. Don't stop. Go on. Go on. Okay, and the final way to really hook for retention is to create a countdown or a sense of urgency. So if you're presenting steps or tips, like I'm doing for you right now, consider overlaying a countdown timer, adding a sense of urgency. You know, I haven't actually done this one, but I've seen other people do it. I should probably experiment more with that one. Let's see if I actually do it in this video. Yeah, that'd be cool. Maybe I'll do this one for this video. Viewers like to stay to see each step unfold, and the visual progress can help keep them hooked throughout the video. Anyway, those are the tips. And you don't have to do all of them, right? Like doing 1, 2, 3 can be more than enough. Really just one done well. They work together to capture attention and build anticipation right from the start. By using a mixture of tension, humor, and value proposition, you're setting the stage for solid retention and encouraging viewers to stick with your content, like Stand By Me, when the night has come. Okay, as I promised at the beginning of the video with my value proposition hook, let's talk about what's considered good, bad, normal, abnormal when it comes to retention rate. So generally speaking, as long as you're in the 50 to 70% retention rate on that first 30 seconds, that's actually considered strong among most YouTube channels, which is like, really? Let's say you're at a 51% retention rate, or yeah, 51%. Even if 49% of people are dropping off in the first 30 seconds, that's considered strong. Yeah, you'd be surprised. It's good enough to get the job done. Now, one of the reasons this is the case is that a lot of these drop-offs are hovers. So you'll undoubtedly have noticed if you hover over a video on, you know, whatever platform, if you stop scrolling, it'll start playing. Those are counted as views. Those are counted in those retention stats. So somebody could simply have set down their phone and not scrolled, or on a smart TV, just be sitting there and it kind of plays. And then if they don't click through, then it's like not retained. They didn't even really watch your video. They just stopped scrolling. It's just where it stopped. That sort of thing can add up really quickly. Plus, a lot of people will get into videos, new creator, and for some reason if they try a new channel, they're like, nah, not for me. And it's very easy to take that to heart. But here's the thing. I was working with a group of content creators that I was mentoring, and we all did a diary, basically. This is an experiment I ran, where we wrote down trying out new YouTube channels. We were doing it. And we were clicking through, you know, in our normal viewing habits, we were writing down how long we watched these new videos, why we clicked away, why we didn't like it. We were very honest. And I'll tell you, the reasons why people were clicking away was stuff like, she sounded too much like my ex-girlfriend. I didn't like the music. And these were channels that were doing fine, doing well. It was often just like, not for me, not for me. And that's okay. That's all part of the process of finding your audience. And, you know, you're gonna find over time as you build up an audience and a core viewership, that number will gradually rise. I was feeling bad when I was looking, I had a video that was 73, 76%, and I had no idea that's excellent. Anything over 70% is excellent. You know, that said, it's always good to do your best to raise the stats, but don't take it personally if a quarter, a third, a half a time people aren't watching past the first 30 seconds. It doesn't actually mean you suck. That's just kind of the way it goes. It's not a sign of failure. I just wanted to share that because I was really surprised. Anyway, the important thing is to keep working on your retention rate, keep getting that watch time up, the average view duration, and probably the best way to do this is keep working on those opening seconds, get a good hook, pacing, delivering value, all that good stuff. Anyway, it's been great talking to you as always. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.